KTM 690 Enduro are best motorcycle review, a monster raving lunatic that blurs the scenery like no other. The clue is in the name. This is an enduro bike with 74 brake horsepower, a monster raving lunatic that blurs the scenery like no other. Put simply, the KTM 690 Enduro R is a trail bike that's overdosed on steroids, and you'll need to be an experienced pilot to truly use its full performance. Is it worth it? Again, for such a niche product, you have to find the right environments to exploit the Enduro R's strengths. On one hand, £9,799 is pricey. On the other, when compared to genuine off-road rivals, it's on par with competition-ready bikes, and the KTM has rather handy electronic rider aids in its arsenal, as well as delivering genuine versatility. Another hooligan's ride from the Austrians. There's a thriving community of owners online at the KTM forums. Ride quality and brakes. Sharing many components with also new 690 SMCR, KTM's new 690 Enduro R is every bit as niche as its supermoto cousin. In fact, off-road suspension and bigger, more suitable wheels are the only substantial alterations. KTM are pitching the Enduro R as a do-it-all hybrid capable of munching road miles and holding its own on an array of trails. You could tag this as a trail-to-trail weapon. Our test route consisted of a 60-mile loop, 90% of which was off-road, comprising a testing mix of dusty trails, soggy mud and sandy parts as we neared the beach, and a smattering of 80 miles per hour open sections and far more technical challenges. Mita Z07 tires will come on the bike as standard, but given the terrain on the launch in Portugal, KTM decided to fit more appropriate Continental TKCs, which come on the bike in American markets. Despite the more aggressive tread pattern, the TKCs didn't adversely affect its road manners, and the Enduro R was already proving its undoubted versatility within half an hour in the saddle. Its slightly cumbersome manners and salad-dodging mass problems were only truly highlighted when we attacked deep sand, as the front end attempted to bury itself and tie the chassis in knots. The Enduro R comes with off-road developed traction control, which boasts lean angle sensitive traction control system that acts on the throttle valves, softening the delivery until grip is returned. It can also be switched off. KTM's cornering ABS mode allows you to use the full power of their brakes in all conditions, even while leant over. In off-road mode, it only acts on the front wheel, while cornering sensitivity is disabled. It can also be disabled. Engine. New LC4 engine is still a big thumper, but now smoother thanks to a second balancer shaft and lots of cylinder headwork, including a resonator chamber that balances out pulses in the inlet track to smooth out throttle response. Find out more about KTM's smoother 690 engine here. Reliability and build quality. Although hard to say at such an early stage, reviews of previous incarnations would suggest nothing to worry about. Our 2019 KTM 690 Enduro R owners' reviews show very positive comments. There's nothing to suggest underlying issues with the bike. However, KTM aren't well known for building reliable bikes, and some have electrical gremlins a dealer will need to fix. If you're buying used, make sure you check everything. Value versus rivals. For a bike that costs nearly £10,000, it'd be nice to peruse a dash that doesn't look like it's been hiding in a parts bin since the 1980s. That said, the dash matters less on an off-road focused machine, and the traction control is amazing. KTM additionally offer optional extras under their power parts range, which features everything from service pit mats to exhausts, lever protection and more. Equipment. Trying to tame this 146 kilograms lump as it kicks out its full 74 brake horsepower isn't a job for an inexperienced enduro rider. Even on the softer throttle setting, controlling its aggressive delivery can often feel like an intimidating losing battle. But, like the SMC, the Enduro has been treated to a decent suite of advanced rider aids, including specially developed off-road traction control that's beautiful in use, permitting a certain amount of spin and slide before subtly keeping things in line with a whisper of electronic intervention. The technology is far from idiot-proof for ham-fisted Neanderthals, but works dreamily in conjunction with a deft right hand, as does the off-road ABS, which is available as an aftermarket accessory.